Another video. Yes, sir. It's your boy Andrae AP. Welcome to the AP Podcast show. Alright. On today's video, we're gonna look at why Gen Z is so obsessed with age. You know, I think a lot of young persons are putting up by the time they reach ages 25, they think they should have a house already, they might have a car just because of social media. A lot of other persons are posting that they have super mega mansions, so many cars, but they don't know the struggles and the hard work that you have to put behind it to reach that level. A lot of them are crashing out, stressing out that they don't reach far in life enough, and they just really just getting life started. So let's see what this guy, how he breaks it down to us. Alright, so you're watching these videos like you're here right here watching with me. Alright, so let's break it down together.
I'm convinced you can't do nothing in 2026.
Above the age of 16, bro, please leave video games alone.
What? Like, I swear our generation has developed some of the most distorted views on the things you should or shouldn't be doing based on your age. And I don't even know where these came from.
Grown men eating Takis. And they can't eat Takis no more?
The year is now 2026, in which I'm starting to notice for some reason a lot of people in our generation feel like they're behind in life or they didn't achieve anything. Whole time they ain't even 25. Time and time again, I'll come across a video, a comment, some form of a fucking post which involves a nigga talking about some.
I feel like it's too late for me. I'm turning 21 in May and still haven't accomplished anything, even though I'm currently in college.
But either way, everybody experiences that phase in life. When you're like 21 or like you're in college and you say, damn, you haven't achieved nothing as yet. But as you grow older, you realize you should actually start working on yourself, start to progress towards getting to that type of life that you dreamed of. Getting to that type. So you have to work towards that type of life. But don't stress out when you're actually like 21, 19 and you still haven't figured shit out yet. But you should actually know what you want to do at that age so that you can work towards the type of life you dream of. Alright? And remember God in your dreams. Remember that. Put God first in everything you do.
Every time I see something like this, I try my hardest not to bang my head against the wall, because what could you have possibly accomplished by the age of 21? And I'm all for striving for greatness and chasing dreams. You know, there's some people that do become successful by 21. But it's such a small percentage of people, you'd have to be out of your damn mind to think that was ever the norm to begin with. But here we have a student at the age you would normally be a student at anyways, saying he's behind. Like, I'm actually convinced the internet has fried a bunch of our brains to a point where we don't even know what we're saying anymore. What? People forget that before this internet shit, there was no being super successful.
Yes, before the internet, you would have to be outside playing football. There's no tablet, there wasn't none of that. You know, and I think there's a verse there is comparison is the stealer of joy. I think that's how it goes. But yeah, if you're gonna compare your life with somebody and not look at the blessings that you have before you, nah, it's not gonna work, bro. You're gonna always be unhappy because you're always trying to be that other person, and not focusing on being yourself. Because if you focus on watching what other people do, what other people think, you're not going to focus on what you have and how blessed you are. So always remember that.
At a young age. Like, no matter how you spun it or tried to play it through life, you inevitably would have to climb the corporate ladder from hell. And you wouldn't really see big forms of success until you hit your late 20s or even early 30s. And to be honest with you, it's still like that today. There's a reason why every nigga who's holding a senior position is old enough to have had you. But forget about this traditional path. There's so many successful people that didn't see their breakthrough until later in their life. Vincent van Gogh ain't start painting until he was 27. Bruno Mars ain't seen his first sign of success until he featured on hit singles at 24. And then he had his first hit album at 25. Kanye ain't released The College Dropout until he was 27. Future was 28 when he had his first breakthrough. Quentin Tarantino ain't hit success in directing until he was 29. The list goes on and on. But in today's time, motherfuckers are now considered unk in their early 20s. And if you didn't make it early, it's over. I don't know what the hell's going on. Like, that ass, if you were to ever say something like, damn, bro, you know what? I think I'm gonna start making music next month. All of a sudden, here comes a bunch of niggas out of nowhere talking about, Alright, right here, I'm finna body this. Whoa, cut it out, bro. Cut it out. What you mean cut it out, bro? I'm trying to make some music, bro. Bro, you're too old for that, bro. Hang it up. It's time to start a family, bro. You're unk now. And I don't know what it is, but for some reason, hella people in our generation have this, if you didn't make it by blank age, it's over mentality. Like, if you ain't make it by 18, somehow it's over.
Hey, all y'all, Gen Zs, remember, when it's your time, there's nobody that's gonna stop your time. When it's your time to shine, no one can take that away from you. So just be patient and work on your craft, work on what you believe in, work on what you love, right? Because you're worrying about age when Colonel didn't find the secret recipe until all the way in his 60s, I believe. So you ain't gotta worry, bro. But continue to strive to be the best version of yourself every day.
Are you serious?
So basically, if you ain't make it by the time you were a senior in high school, you lost. Your time has passed, bro. Give it up. And life ain't even start yet. If you didn't make it by 21, it's over. Or if I'm not rich by 25, I'm my shit smooth off. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Can y'all just imagine what the world would look like if everyone genuinely had this mentality? Like, if you're not rich by 25, niggas should just cease to exist because it's too late. Like, imagine there was a freaking law in place. Tom Boso.
If you are not making 6 figures by 25, you are now eternally damned for the rest of your life.
But the average person doesn't make 6 figures in their life ever.
Who's next?
For some reason, as time goes on, our generation continues to do this thing where they form the most warped views on what is acceptable by a certain age. And it's like, because of this, niggas just can't live no more. Like, you gotta be constantly checking all these invisible boxes, or be reaching certain milestones people be coming up with on the daily, despite it being your life. And I used to be guilty of this too. Like, back when I was younger, a lot of us for some reason used to think that by a certain age you shouldn't be playing games no more because it was childish. Or you shouldn't really be out partying no more because you're supposed to be an adult. Only for me to get older and realize how dumb that mentality was because I seen a bunch of people older than me still doing those same things. Because there's only so much you can do in this life, let alone enjoy. But for some reason, our generation, or even society, paints this picture that when you get older, you're supposed to be this square-ass person with no personality or hobbies. Somehow you've just become a blank canvas. It's like you finally reach your late 20s or early 30s, and then all of a sudden you ain't allowed to enjoy yourself or have fun no more. So apparently now you just stare at a wall, watch the news, talk about the economy, or improve your credit score using current. Bro, yo, they still don't know what current is, bro. Aw, shoot. Which, I mean, in this case you are. Earn up to 4% economy at 21 years old.
25 plus and you're not married, just give it up, bro. You almost 30, bro. Nobody's gonna want you anymore, bro. It's all over with. Pack it up, bro. You're getting old, grandpa.
Whoa. They put an age limit on March.
Then you have the Hall of Fame line, you a grown-ass man. And whichever nigga came up with this phrase ruined our entire generation, because now you literally can't do nothing no more. I can't listen to R&B.
You listen to R&B. You let another man sing in your ear.
I can't reverse into a parking lot with my car no more.
Is it appropriate for a grown man to reverse park?
I'm not allowed to eat sugar.
Why you want something sweet on your tongue?
I can't sleep in. I can't wear boxers? What the fuck I'm supposed to do, bro?
What do you want from me? 3 things I don't think you should be doing as a grown-ass man. Let's get right into it. Number 1 is having an apartment. Just buy a house.
Oh my god. And I know some of these niggas are trolling, or hopefully they are, because otherwise people finna have a lot more concerns. But I'm sure some of them may genuinely not be trolling.
To a certain age, as a grown-ass man, you're not supposed to be trying to make friends.
Only business partners.
I beg your pardon? And I always find it funnier when some of the dudes that be saying this shit aren't even that grown.
Man riding a bike. I can't ride a fucking bike.
Like, that ass, some of the people that be dropping this shit will be in their late teens to early 20s. And they're just telling a bunch of other grown men what they should or shouldn't be doing. But the one thing I would hate is actually being the grown-ass man having to deal with niggas like this in our generation. Because then you just end up in situations like these.
No, Mike. Why did you do that?
Mike, you are 40 years old doing this. Like, come on, bro. You got the point, bro. Start a fucking family, yo. Oh!
Whoa. I swear the internet's really just running laps around all of us. The way it got us thinking we should be mad successful from a super young age. Everyone seems to be in a panic. Everyone seems to think they're behind. So many people feel like they've amounted to nothing. It's actually gotten ridiculous.
Only 22. I am not running out of time. I'm running out of time. My career's not far enough. Everyone else is doing better than me. People have bigger, better clients than me. I'm not doing good enough. I'm 22. I haven't even graduated.
And it's like, this shit has over 18 million views, over 4 million likes. Some of the top comments almost have 1 million likes themselves. So you can just see how many people out there actually feel like they're behind in their early to mid 20s. But I don't really blame people for feeling this way, because it's almost like we're now seeing the effects of constantly watching people our age or even younger blow up on a regular basis. Social media, specifically shorts platforms, will constantly do this thing where they throw a bunch of shit you ain't asked to see in your face, especially people that appear to be doing better than you. There's a nigga out there that just bought an expensive car that's younger than you. Someone debuted for a pro team at 16. Another person is traveling the world while your ass is sitting here watching this video. So it's no surprise to see that damn near half of our generation feels pressure to maintain a successful image on social media, or that 65% believe they were falling behind their peers financially. Which is funny because everyone's out here thinking they're behind the person next to them. Whole time hardly anyone's actually ahead to begin with. Nobody's more stressed than the 19 to 25-year-old who thinks they already ran out of time, despite you literally only being a quarter of the way through your entire life. It doesn't help that society and life is already set up in a way where you're constantly trying to reach the next goal, so it's super easy to fall into this infinite cycle. And that COVID shit definitely made this worse too. Like, despite it already being 6 years ago when it had happened, no one could convince me that those 2 to 3 years everyone lost doesn't have hella people now trying to cling on to whatever youth they have left, or feel extra pressure to succeed as soon as possible. All in all, our generation has developed the most interesting perception of age. We got people thinking it's over if they didn't make it hella young. Everyone is now trying to tell you what you should or shouldn't be doing by whatever age. A lot of people are now facing this endless race against time, blah blah blah. There's a reason why sometimes it's best to just sit down and try to love yours. I mean, you tell me, do you think the reason why everyone feels like they're behind nowadays is because they ain't...
No, the reason why a lot of persons think that they're behind is because they're watching social media. And social media keep pushing this agenda. Persons your age, getting brand deals, buying new cars, buying a house and stuff. So they keep pushing that to you and make you feel like you have to. Not saying nothing is wrong with trying to better yourself in life and have things in life, but if you're not putting in the work, if you're not trying to work towards that type of goal, why do you think you deserve that type of goal? So, number one, work on yourself, focus on your craft, build your brand, build your business, and then you will see results. That's just simply it. So don't worry about the age. When you're gonna start now, just pick up the camera and start. Just do something productive. Alright, if you're doing a 9 to 5, make sure you use some of that money to build your brand, build yourself, and yeah, level up. I think 2026, a lot of persons are also is focusing on bettering yourself, and yeah, that's a good thing. I love to see when a person bettering themselves. So, alright guys, that's it for this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. You can follow me on all the links in my description. Alright.